This is a world events prediction auto write number 7, recorded on and written September 29th, 2022. The information I get in this may be past, present, or future. Sometimes things can come in symbolic or have multiple meanings, like readings. Spirit may use my reference and how I relate to things to try to describe what they are trying to show me. These are only predictions. From my past predictions, they are likely to happen, but never know, they may not. I only give this information to try to prepare people. This is not to scare or freak people out, but is only a validation of the spirit realm, my gifts, and to prepare you to better for what lies ahead. Spirit will give what they feel is most important as far as what could possibly happen. Psychics aren't meant to know when or where to stop anything or things from happening, as things happen as they are meant to. So keep that in mind. Please refer back to all my predictions. There's a playlist, World Predictions. There's 6 other readings that also talk about predictions, which many have come true. Much of what I've gotten has happened, and some has yet to happen. It can happen anywhere from now until however many years. There's really no time frame. So keep that in mind. I am going to read this because this is an auto write, so that is why I'm reading it, because I write it first. And one day I might try this as a live reading, but for now I'm just going to do it this way because that way I have it. I still haven't went back and typed up all my other readings, so it's just a good way for me to have the information for when things happen. I can let you guys know and sort of validate it. Might work on a validation video eventually, but we might do some clips because some things have happened, such as the hurricane, the Queen's passing, and all of that, and auto write 6. But again, there is a lot of things that I have gotten in the past. So right off the bat, I hear the word Newport. I'm not exactly sure where that is or what's going to happen. Just hear that word. One thing they showed me yesterday, I'll put it here, is I get the number 7 and see something spinning like a tornado, but also hear the word cyclones. So I don't know if there's a difference or not. They show me this ice cracking. I just see how ice covers the water and I see it cracking all around. Not really sure what that means. I'm also shown a huge warship sitting in the water. There's a reference to missiles that are being shot towards somewhere. I hear the words Carolinas and words coastal storms. I also see this bridge. I'm not really sure where the bridge is, but it's kind of a high bridge, and I can see a person or two hanging off of it, like dangling from it. Not really sure why. I also hear the word Chicago, and there's a reference to an explosion. I hear guns going off as I see masked men walk into a mall or big building. This has come in many times before, so I think that their random shootings will continue. I again hear network with that. They also show me a train. It splits in half and is hanging halfway off the rails, and it seems like it's high up when I see it, but so I'm not exactly sure what that means or where that's going to happen either. I see 2 planes collide in the air. They look to be larger planes, and they also show me a plane that I get the word 200, but also 234 comes in. So I'm not really sure, but I see it flying and disappear. I see another one flying and disappear over mountains. So basically I see the 2 planes collide, and then I see a different plane, and again the word 200 to 234, and I see it flying and disappear over the mountains. They show me professional basketball. I see this guy bouncing a ball, and then he falls to the floor. So I don't know if he has some sort of heart attack or what and falls to the ground, but I do get a reference to his brain. Also, so it wouldn't be a heart attack, obviously, if I get a reference to his brain, but it kind of reminded me of that, the way he hit the floor, but I kind of am getting both, so I'm not really sure. Also, I get the number 33, not sure on that one. I hear the word Celtics as well, but there is a reference to team with orange and white, so it might be 2 different teams or they're playing that team. Not really sure. I'm getting bits and pieces. I see a protest of some kind. I see people with protest signs, and I also weirdly see them standing outside of what looks like the White House. There's a reference to someone running and being shot in the back. I was being shown a badge earlier, but there is another one coming in, so something to do with police officers. But I see someone running, and he's an African American, and he's shot in the back by white police officers. So I know that is something we have been dealing with for a while. I don't know the significance is about. I also get an R with that for some reason. I see a huge wave. It's like a tsunami, and I've gotten that numerous times, but I see it hit land. It's one of the coastal regions, but it's a very large wave. I don't know if it's just a large wave or a tsunami, but there is a reference to another hurricane, but it feels like it's on the opposite side of where the last one hit, maybe east. It looks huge to me. I keep seeing Cat 5. I'm not sure when or if this will happen. It feels odd to me, but it feels like opposite side of the last one, and I'm not sure when. Again, Mother Nature seems off balance. I get a reference to a hole with fire. So I don't know if that's the ring of fire or what. That has come in before, but it's spinning and it's fire. I see lightning strike a pole and the pole fall. There's a reference to unrest across the world. I keep feeling like there's some sort of war is on the brink as I keep seeing missiles and hearing more guns. There's a reference to people fighting in the streets over something, and I see a car flying and again reminded of the Jetsons. So that might be something in the future they come up with a flying car. I don't know. Which I've gotten that before. Sorry about that. I see the island of Hawaii, and I also hear the word Bermudas. I see a big wave or a large amount of water crash over islands and what feels like the Bermudas. I see a whale jumping out of the water. Looks like a blue whale, and I'm not sure what that means. I see sea turtles washed up on the shore, and there are hundreds of them. There's a reference to a huge oil spill. I hear the Gulf of Mexico for some reason. I also hear again words civil unrest. Tornado season feels like it could be brutal this year, or next year, wherever. But coming up, it feels like sooner rather than later. I keep also getting a reference to Tennessee, but they also mention Alabama. There's a reference to bones being found in a cold case. Not sure which one. I just see bones after hearing Alabama. So I don't know why I hear the word serial killer and I'm shown the face of an African American man. There's so much coming in at once. I'm trying to get it or understand it all. I see a man on a bus. He's gone crazy and is stabbing people. I hear East Coast now. And honestly, it looks like either a tropical storm or another hurricane. There is a freeze I see now. When I get storms and things, I realize these things happen every year. But just like the info I got on Hurricane Ian, in Auto Rate 6, it will be if it's something out of the ordinary, worse than what is normal. I get a reference to Texas as being hit hard with something. It feels like a storm or tornadoes, but I see it off the coast and then it makes landfall. So it could be like if Texas has hurricanes, but I see this spinning and I hear F5. So maybe one big twister. I've gotten that before, but I hear the word destruction. I am seeing llamas and alpacas. I'm not really sure the significance. I also hear the word disease. Some sort of new disease that we haven't seen, but I feel like the stomach is affected with this one. Also, the flu feels like it would be worse this year, and I don't know, I get a mutation with it. I hear the word Obama, so I'm not sure what's going on with him. I see something like, I don't know if it's a parade or what, but there's people sitting on top of a car, like riding in it, and I hear a gunshot. I do hear the words motorcade. So that has me confused. I'm not really sure why. I see fire coming from the sky in balls. So this could be something to do with war or meteorites or something like that. Fire and brimstone is what I hear. There is something about King Charles. I hear the word 3. I don't know what that is. I also get the year 2024. I hear the words royal baby, so I don't know if that's even possible, but it's what I hear. They keep taking me back to this ocean and got the humongous waves. I'm not sure why. I hear the word terrorist attack, and I keep getting there's going to be another big earthquake. I keep seeing San Francisco again. I've gotten this before, so I don't know why, but the terrorist attack, I keep going back to New York or something, or what looks like New York. I think it is because they show me Lady Liberty statue. I also get the coast of Oregon. Not really sure why, it's not clear, but they just show me that, and I see the word pigeon. I get the word pigeons and a bunch of birds squawking and flying in a circle. So I also see a bunch drop to the ground. I again don't know the significance of this or if it's connected. I see a tiger in a cage. That's all they show. Not really sure what that's about. They show me OJ and something is going to happen with his health or something. But oddly, they banged the gavel at me with that. So maybe something in court, but then they also show me maybe him getting sick or something with his health. I'm also shown Maury Povich as well. Probably saying that wrong. Maury Povich. as well, and I feel something with his health and something with Vin Diesel. Not really sure what. They just show him to me. I see a swarm of bees, at least, or it looks like bees, and it's attacking this one person. They keep showing me the Mexico again, and I hear the word cartel, but also see buildings falling where the earth is cracking. So I don't know if there's going to be another earthquake or near there. I see bodies being dug up, lots of bones, like a mass grave, and a reference to, again, cartel. I hear cold cases solved with DNA, which I know are happening, but I feel there's going to be a pretty big case that's solved with DNA. I want to go towards John Bonet with that, but I'm not really sure. It could be any. They aren't clear on it. They show me this girl again. She's got very long dark hair. She turns and looks and vanishes. Now, in previous auto writes, I got the name Liliana with that, so I don't know if it's the same one or different. I did see that there was a Liliana that went missing in September, so you have to refer back to my other auto writes. It could be the same person. But I hear boyfriend, and I hear that it will sort of be a big case, so it might not be the same one, like I said, or it might be. I've gotten this before. There's something big that happens towards the end of the year. I get or see Christmas lights, and that tells me December. Also, there's a reference to Delphi, and I get the word solved, but I'm not sure if it will be the full truth or what, but I hear the words on the brink. So odd that came in. Also looks like I'm being reminded of Chris Watson saying there will be a similar case, and I hear the words again, history repeating itself, which has come in before. So I think that's it for now. I'll try to do these as much as I can. Spirit won't ever give me everything, but will give me what they feel is important. It's more for validating and to be prepared than anything else. So thank you guys. I'm sorry that it did take me so long to do this. I will try to get more out, but again, there's only so much I can get anyways. See you next time. Oh, one more thing. I guess I forgot to mention this, huh? The ways to support me are down below. I also have Patreon, my book, and things like that. If you want to reach me for a private reading, you can do that as well. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for your love and support as always.